I explained the principles of rendering.
No, you don't.
Less about layering techniques.
Responding to Korhol's sorry.
So this was the initial painting by Fanged Bunny.
At Constabet of Peepasis.
And the rendering, although it looks great, it lacks structure.
Rendering is so fun.
You need to be aware of the planes of your subject, in order to assign values. You can find the right values or colors if you make a sphere test. Why a sphere? Because the sphere has the full scope of visible planes. You basically compare the same planes and then transfer the color.
Oh, the sphere and then picking.
Yes.
I haven't really tried this.
But the sphere doesn't consider that the elements within the object blocks light, so you need to add the shadows afterwards. Like ambient occlusion, cast shadows.
Knowing what colors for the sphere is also a challenge, isn't it?
A little bit. I added a PSD for the layering. In sub-channel downloads. It shows my layering structure. With that, I tried to imitate 3D rendering. And it works very well. But yeah, that's the first tutorial, the other one looks like this. You have a base color, just your typical base color like you would say, leaf is green, trunk is brown, etc. Then you add an ambient color. With multiply. Then you add light with color dodge. You use a mask to actually render the object. Linear dodge for specular highlights. Another multiply layer for ambient occlusion. And additional lights can be added with color dodge.
Oh, this is neat.
Lighten layer can be used to add subsurface scattering.
Definitely closer to the process I'm used to learning.
Why lighten? Because it only influences the darker tones. And if you think about subsurface scattering, it basically penetrates the surface, and where does the light come out? It goes through the skin, bounces around the blood, and comes out with more red tint.
Currently the way I render is values layer and base color layer, combine with blend options, usually overlay, then add some light, temps, and gradient, then color balance it all out.
I see.
Haven't really played around with skins much.
The light probably comes out in all directions, however it isn't really noticeable in the light side much cause it's so bright.
But this layer process is good, since I know what each one does.
Exactly. You can change the colors with Ctrl U hue saturation.
Unlike picking the colors based on preference and knowledge.
Easy clap to change the mood. The calculation of the color is probably not 100% accurate, however it doesn't matter. Because you use the hue slider to find the right colors.
Yeah, it's like when starting with values 2 and having different color layer. Easily change colors afterwards.
Yeah. So the reason I am saying this, is because it is based on preference and knowledge, but it's easier to get there. It's based asterisk. You just gotta slide the colors and boom. You got it. Poggies. Thank you so much. At Captivate TV. How was your stream?
Poggies. Do you actually prefer this process though? 'Cause some of my mates go natural with Painterly. I ask since you're already proficient with rendering XD. Ray. Welcome raiders.
Feel free to share your work and socials at Captivate TV. Yo Captivate, I perfected my rendering technique. At Imagine, yes, I used this for work too. It brought me the results I wanted, however it requires clean masking. And you know how tedious masking is, especially if there are a lot of parts.
EU masking.
I can show you on this piece if you want at Captivate TV. It's really easy to render stuff. Okay, so let's start with base colors.
Nice bua, I mean sketch capped.
I will add 2 different skin colors, so that you can see the procedural nature of this process.
Oh my.
Yeah, masking is definitely tedious, but that's the only way I've been doing my stuff, so I don't mind. It's probably a slower process but easier for revisions.
I actually started developing another workflow for grayscale to color. Because when you work grayscale to color, you can ignore the masking part. And therefore save some time. It won't be 100% perfect, but it's good enough. While this workflow is 100% perfect but a lot slower. Okay. First we got the base colors.
You mean when you do the values the masking isn't needed? That's great to hear.
Now we add ambient color in form of multiply, cause this will be our shadow color. Exactly, imagine. You can start with a blue color like me, if you want cool shadows. Now don't panic if it looks off. You can use the hue saturation slider to find the right colors. This one. It also exists in CSP, so don't worry.
Oh, I have the same as you, CS6. Smiley face.
How about this for our shadow? You can always adjust the colors afterwards. If it doesn't feel right.
Lucky that my school tuition gave me a copy.
Then we add light with color dodge. You can also use overlay, however overlay has its limits in terms of brightness. Overlay may generate more accurate hues, but less accurate saturation. But all in all, they are both very similar. I just prefer color dodge because you don't really need to worry much.
Oh, I don't even know these subtle blending option info.
Well, I had a long discussion once in Discord. BTW, if you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask. Don't be shy, feels cute, man. After finding a proper color for our light, we now use the mask to shade it.
Why this yellow for the highlights?
This is not a highlight.
IGTG. Bye guys.
This is just our normal light. Core holes.
Have a good stream, kuya.
Laters.
Okay, normal light then.
And I just used the slider and rotated the hue until it looked natural to me. See? This is why I said that the actual color of the layer doesn't really matter. You just look at your painting rather than the layer. And this looks quite good to me, so I stopped there. Now we invert the mask. Inverting the mask makes the layer invisible for now. After that we can just paint with light. Okay, this is our diffuse light. Now the highlights. You can add highlights with linear dodge or screen.
Haha, you're making me wanna tackle this soon. XD, definitely saving the seed PSD.
In CSP, linear dodge is called add. The difference between linear and color dodge is that linear adds brighter value on top, while color dodge multiplies the brightness of your current value. When does it matter and why do we have to use these two in different cases? Imagine you have a pitch black sphere. And black is basically our value 0.
Hi Kuya.
If you use color dodge with white for instance, you still cannot brighten it.
Hello there. How's it going?
Because you cannot multiply 0.
What's the homework?
It stays 0. But highlights still occur on a black sphere, if it is reflective. So we use linear dodge, because it adds the white color on top of it. Let me show you. Also hi Gad and Watts with Kuyaja hi.
Hey Kuya.
Hi. Kuyaja hi. You see? Linear dodge can keep it white. But if I swap to color dodge, it should disappear. Gone. Point proven. So now we add the highlights.
How's linear dodge working compared to just addition/add layer?
There is no addition in Photoshop. Add is linear dodge.
Oh, I see.
Add is the name for it in CSP. However, screen is similar. And I don't really know how different screen and linear dodge is, it's pretty much the same IMO. R asterisk. Probably just some maths that is different. At Sweetelman's I think the main difference is saturation. I am not sure if it also changes the hue. Maybe. Let's test it.
This is a pretty good process. I wonder how I'll end up doing this on my own time. One would have to see the shader algorithm to say what it exactly does, I think.
Yes, it does change it. As you can see. Green on normal layer, yellow result on linear dodge. At dark 0 reduce 69. There is no glow dodge in Photoshop.
Yay study!
So I am not really sure what glow dodge does. But as far as I remember, it's similar to linear dodge. Just a different version of it. Any other questions? Oh, one more thing. Because you may wonder what the difference is between opacity and fill. Opacity is basically how transparent the layer becomes. But fill basically changes the value of your layer. So if you have 0% fill, it basically makes your layer black. Let's test the difference. Eli, welcome Ty for the raid. You see? The bottom one is more yellow. The one above is rather orange. Bottom one is opacity 50%, upper one is 50% fill. Okay, so after this step I would adjust the colors. As I said in the beginning, you can change the colors anytime.
Oh my!
And in the beginning you probably didn't choose the best colors.
Oh, I came back to something good. So you complete all tag layers first then tweak.
Since most of the time, you can only judge it after you shade it and see the halftones. Yes.
When the slider doesn't show up on stream.
That's just how OBS works, uneasy face.
Kuya, hope you're doing well, just finished up 9 hours at school today.
It can't show some menus. Menus. Sulis 597. You should rest.
Oh my!
No, I got more art to do. I wanna figure out some stuff for my illustration composition and character design, or else I won't be able to sleep.
Okay, so maybe go with these colors? Summer mood? We will need some skylight as well. You can use the masking to paint on the shadows only. And add skylight with color dodge.
Hello Kuya and chat.
Hi Kumpia.
How are you? Hi Kumpaya.
I'm good, you?
Good. At G8 the god. I don't know where my drawing gloves are, I only have one left.
See this? I basically filled the whole shadow part with skylight right now.
At G8 the god uses sock.
But we don't want skylight everywhere, right? We only want it where the planes face the sky. So with smart masking, by using folders with masks, we can do this stuff more accurately. Then I also talked about subsurface scattering.
This feedback or the homework?
Just choose the color of the skin, either the shadow color, and move it up. And use a warmer tone of it. Or use the light color and choose a warmer tone but darker. Since the subsurface scattering eye is weaker than our key light, is asterisk. Gumpia, just a quick tutorial on how to render stuff using my perfected layering structure. I am very proud of it.
Ah, I see. Yeah, this is some awesome stuff here. I wish I had you as a classmate. Haha.
Even for this you can adjust the colors.
None could teach me how they rendered then.
But since the dark skin has a different SSS color than the bright skin, I made a new layer.
They just basically said just do it, haha.
Otherwise I would adjust both colors and that won't work. Okay. Next is ambient occlusion.
Why does the SSC color change between skin tones but other light/shadow effects can be on the same layer?
That's just darker color, it depends on the surroundings of the area, like warm areas will get warmer ambient occlusion, colder colors will get cooler AO.
SSS asterisk.
The SSS was chosen manually, that's why.
SSS is always going towards reds.
It wasn't a procedural process. That's why I cannot shift the colors on one layer. Each color had an individual purpose. Okay, let's add the AO.
You can still have highlights in the shadows.
You see how easy rendering is?
So I think it's just easier to maintain if you put highlights on top.
So simple.
Me still kinda confused. There's definitely a lot of process info here I need to revisit XD. I came here late.
Hi. Hehe asterisk. Well, this is lots of years of experience in a nutshell.
But this layering process is definitely a great start for those like me who tackle things very systematically. Ho ho. Is the rendering info on the ball shape in the same PSD as for Fanged Bunny?
Ball shape? Which one? This one?
Yeah, to make something simplified like this layering process you definitely need lots of experience, haha.
Everything you see here is in the PSD.
It wasn't actually a ball. It was just some blood cell shape.
Oh no. That's in the subs download channel. In the Discord. Premium content.
I can basically apply your layering process on the sphere here and use it to paint if I wanted to explore, starting with Painterly instantly.
Exactly. That's why I never made proper tutorials XD. Everything is chained together. One tutorial needs another one to be understood.
Is subs download channel only for T2 T3 or am I dumb?
So this tutorial actually needs the layering tutorial to make the sphere properly. That's why I never made proper YouTube tutorials but rather just explain it spontaneously here on Stream XD. Mondo Nuts Poggies.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I like donuts. Welcome, welcome. How was your stream? Now these anime girls are relatively easy to colorize.
This is gold for me. I've been always trying to break down how to render, that's why I ended with the values to color method since that one was more process oriented that feels.
They only consist of big or medium-sized shapes. And there aren't really many shapes, which makes masking easy. But what if there are a ton of patterns? Actually, patterns are always hard, no matter if you do grayscale to color or paint in colors directly. Cause they usually always require masking.
You mean texture?
Yes.
Yet I failed hard on that one, haha.
Like some kind of ancient Chinese clothing.
Specially detailed textures. Unless you have that exact brush you want for it, haha.
Okay, last steps are Fresnel and bounce light. I think. Fresnel is nothing special, even if people may think so. It only means that if you look at a surface top down, it will not reflect much. But if you look at it with an angle to it, then it will get more reflective. That's basically all. And so round surface have both, the center is perpendicular to you. While the sides are at an angle. So the sides will be reflective, while the center is less reflective.
Oh my!
Let's add the bounce light. The bounce light is important.
The hair halo thing? How does that relate to the fact that the sides bounce less light back at your eyes compared to a surface that is perpendicular to your eyes?
Hair halo thing? It doesn't bounce back less light if it's more reflective. More reflective equals more light bouncing.
Yeah, that's why I'm confused. It's all physics. The closer to the edge, the more particles there are from your POV. They seem to be contrary principles. It's basically the light beams are more condensed on the edges.
Okay BTW, if your color dodge looks bad, that's most likely because you cannot really use it on things that have a shading already.
So your eye catches more of these light beams.
Because remember, I told you it scales with the value below.
So like if you have a box in a setting with no specific lighting, the sides will appear darker than the front. That's what I was told anyway.
The skin is warm, so the bounce light will be even warmer.
Or are we talking about the very edges at G8 the god? Essentially the outline.
You only need to find the right colors with this approach. After that you paint over with the colors that you have on the canvas to finish your rendering.
The closer to the edge the more condensed it becomes. Okay, so it's like additive to the principle I was referring to then. Yes, it's always additive. And will only be visible on highly reflective objects.
Ta-da! I should highlight the VOD. The one I was talking about is like a more general, sides reflect less light back to your eyes, and this closer to the edge physically than that. So that's why the condensing effect appears more reflective. Yep, this here is really awesome. There are two types of reflections. Specular, that acts like a mirror. You see, when I painted on the cloth, I basically just picked the colors based on the color theory I know. So if you know how colors work, you can just choose the colors directly. And I think Reiko works like that.
And the other one, that the name I forgot, that basically tells you what surfaces are lit.
'Cause he uses normal layers that he stacks.
You mean and now you just pick whatever psi color you fancy? Atlik Horart Franel is a mirror, the one that you're talking about is the other one. Ah yeah, okay, I see. I did not know about that, Tai.
Okay, really the last step is color balancing. And that's really just trial and error, just find alternatives that may look better, lol.
Yeah, this one I do currently to my pieces to just tie colors together.
Yep.
But this layering process makes it look even better.
Myra Minx. Welcome.
Would you copy and combine all the layers to color balance, or would you go back individually through the layers to color balance?
Combine all. You can see that I just did that. Easy clap.
I'll probably have some questions when I actually do this, haha.
Oftentimes I change it, then lower the opacity a bit to get the best of both XD.
But I'll just revisit this when I'm at it.
I need to continue with homework. Any last questions?
Yeah, you should, haha.
Anything unclear?
Oh my.
Okidoki.
Where's the subs downloads channel? I didn't know how to bring it up since you were so into teaching the process.
At the bottom. At BeamThig Squid 77. You might need to connect your Twitch account to Discord.
Good morning everyone.
Bring what up? SE70. Oh, the homework?
I do, but I don't see it still. I got most of the core of this process.
Awesome. Is Captivate TV still there?
Only if they're outside, I assume.
Or fell asleep?
Or if there is something simulating skylight in an indoor setting.
DARKL0RDO069 in all artworks generally. Captivate TV Poggies. Peepavat. Never mind, I forgot Peepavat doesn't apply to you. More like buff.
Hello /.
If you guys wanna watch a buff art streamer, go follow Captivate TV. He made this sketch. Brandon Crampton. DARKL0RDO069 at Cow to answer this question TBH. Cause if the artist wants to add skylight effects, then they do that, if not they don't XD. Or if the environment doesn't have any skylight, cause they are in a cave or it's nighttime, then there is no skylight either. Peepo shrug. Hai Yongqing art. But yet, rendering is only hard if you don't know your tools and you don't know how color and value composition works. And the maths of rendering.
Oh my!
I'm no render pro, but I treat skylight as ambient light. Indoors it may be the temp of your light sources, outdoors at day it's the sky/leaves etc. Or you don't know the edge control.
Skylight is ambient light, that's right. Everything is ambient light. The floor, the table in front of the walls of you asterisk. Ambient light equals bounce light. Why there are so many terms for the same thing.
Yes, so it's usually up to you if you want to add many or few ambient light on the piece. So skylight isn't always necessary XD.
Just like how ambient occlusion is nothing but a soft shadow.
It's because it's all made up.
Yep. People just wanna sound cool, I guess, or sell books.
Rendering is a lie.
At Yongqing Art I would start by learning the tools of Photoshop by copying stuff.
It's not only the coolness thing, you gotta name things to teach people step by step.
Still life painting.
It's all a trick. Humans can't even see all wavelengths of light. In FZD we only have 7 parts of render. Any other term is just usually a part of those 7.
I will apply as tutor at FZD. You know how?
We only have one part of render, any other term is usually a part of light. Or its lack. They say if you beat an FZD alumnus in a duel, you win their dojo. Oh, I don't know how they hire teach in FZD, but with your skill you should be able to get accepted. My classmate became an assistant teacher for some time after he graduated since he was SG.
That's not what I was talking about.
Physical dual gel? Haha.
I was talking about how to teach without seeing me. Remember these things in Neon Genesis Evangelion? XD. I will be the same.
Imagine whatever you agree on, I guess. Kuya never wants to show face. Maybe Kuya is an AI.
Just a box and you hear the TDS voice. Hehe.
Ha ha ha.
Yes, at Yongqing Art. Doesn't matter what program you use. Doesn't even need to be digital.
Well, I would have loved this render process when I was still studying. I'm still glad I found it.
But it should be the tool you plan on using in the future. So if you want to be a professional digital artist, you better focus on using a digital medium.
I'm glad you're using CS6 too, haha.
I really want to get 3ds Max. I was wondering if I can contact them and ask for a sponsorship. Maxi. Hoggies.
3ds Max for doing 3D?
Yeah. How was your stream 8?
Speaking of Maxes.
Chorus.
We used ZBrush for both hard and soft surfaces.
Please share what you worked on.
I think SketchUp is also pretty neat. It was free then though.
Yep. Tiny Nubian showed me some SketchUp, then I wanted to download it and saw that it wasn't free anymore. Frustrated face.
What?
Link it in chat at Max Fox Art. And your socials.
SketchUp isn't free?
Web version is free. But web version sucks. No 8 Max, we don't promote piracy here.
I remember designing my furniture with it. Good old times.
Okay, good people, hug at Max Fox Art. Great study.
For 3D programs we usually only used it to make some simple shapes and place them out to choose an angle. Then drew the rest. We never really made detailed models before transferring to Photoshop. But we were taught to make detailed stuff though.
Yep, I'd imagine. There is one thing I would adjust, it's a tiny thing. It's the angle of the head.
Turn it back so we can see the cranial mass. At Kuya JP.
Aloha. It's just a tiny detail at Max Fox Art, you did well.
Hi at Chorus. Hi Max IE. Max Fox Art. Thanks for subscribing. Dang Kuya, I like your study.
Hoggies.
Whoa Angie.
Thank you, Ange.
Thank you. OMG. OMG, you didn't have to thanks. Thank you for the so. Hello Angenity. Hi Imagine. Haha, been a while, you look fine. Smiley face.
DARKL0RDO069. Laters. BTW.
Kuya, I have to rest soon, it's late here. I just wanted to bring the people here to learn more art/chill.
Today I explained rendering in a nutshell.
Good night.
Max Foxart. Sleep well. Thank you again for everything.
I shall. Scriglode, 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 scriglo.
Hoggies.
Yeah, this process is yum.
Thanks for the raid, DT Scribe.
Scribs raid Kuyaja cheer 100.
How was your stream?
Scribs raid.
Gel was here. So many raids. XD.
Thank you, Sell and Live. Yes, so many raids, Poggies. After a relatively slow start today, I hope everything is okay. At DT Scribe.
Okuya, do you change your smudge brush settings ever, or is it always the same? I'ma have to check the VOD later for the rendering tips.
Sorry, was distracted. I see, DT Scribe. I feel like 99% of art streamers here have the same problem. Okay, wanna share your work at DT Scribe? Drop socials as well.